for showing of the vessels. Here, my forceps will be like position of the clavicle. My dear, I don't listen me. Listen to me, this is clavicle. Do you see? The position by my forceps. Before clavicle, this artery is called subclavian artery. Below than the clavicle, it is called axillary artery. Do you see? Many branches. From clavicle, do you see, to the upper border of the pectoral minor muscle will be triangular region by which, do you see, artery goes below. It is called clavicular pectoral triangle. You can see another is triangular shape of the pectoral minor muscle. When it goes behind of it, it is called pectoral triangle, by which, do you see, axillary artery goes below. From lower border of the pectoral minor to the lower border of the pectoral major will be another triangular region by which axillary artery goes distally. This is called subpectoral triangle. Clavicular pectoral triangle, pectoral triangle, subpectoral triangle. In each triangle, the artery gives branches. You can see, here is axillary artery, and first its branch, it is cutted here, you can see, it goes to the thoracic anterior wall, to the external side of the thoracic anterior wall, is called thoracic superior artery. Supplies pectoral minor, pectoral major, the mama gland, thoracic superior artery. Another artery, look please here, do you see now I will expand, and you can see here it begins, and do you see here is its continuation. It goes along of the lateral side of the thoracic wall, and you can see together with thoracic long nerve. The nerve is called thoracic long, the artery is called thoracic lateral. Did you understand? Another artery, you can see this artery. It, do you see, starts and divides into two branches. Do you see? This is common beginning, which divides into two branches. Do you see? One branch goes to the thoracic region and will help the last arteries. But thoracic lateral artery supplies serratus anterior. This artery, which has common beginning, gives one branch which helps thoracic superior artery for the blood supply of the pectoral major and minor muscle and mama gland, and acromial branch, which goes to the acromial joint, shoulder joint. This artery has common name, thoracoacromial artery, arteria thoracoacromialis. You can see another artery. You can see this artery, subscapular artery. It divides into the thoracodorsal branch, which goes to the thoracic walls and to the latissimus dorsi muscle of the back. And another its subdivision of the subscapular artery is called circumflex scapular posterior artery. Circumflex scapular artery. Circumflex scapular artery by triangular opening between teres major and subscapular and long head of the triceps goes to the back. From axillary cavity, it goes to the back. This is axillary cavity. It goes to the back, comes to the scapula. By inferior scapular notch, goes into the supraspinatus fossa and anastomosis with suprascapular artery from cervical trunk, which is branch of the subclavian artery. You can see suprascapular artery from cervical trunk from subclavian system, and do you see circumflex scapular artery from subscapular artery from axillary system. They will do anastomosis. If we will do any long, difficult operation about hand or forearm, and this operation can continue by a long time, for us it's important to decrease the bleeding. How we can decrease the bleeding? By last lessons we must do ligation of the some things. And listen to me, we cannot do ligation of the brachial artery, we cannot do ligation of the axillary artery, below than the subscapular artery. We can do only above. Above than the beginning of the subscapular artery. We will cross this, we will ligate, do you see, press by ligation this very wide artery, do you see, and the blood by it cannot go below. The blood by suprascapular artery, which do you see in 8 or 10 times lesser by diameter than the axillary artery, will come into the, do you see, circumflex scapular, subscapular, brachial, and distally. We will decrease the portion of the blood into 8 or 10 times. Did you understand? You can see this is subscapular artery. Subscapular artery subdivided into the thoracodorsal and circumflex scapular, which does very important anastomosis. Look please here, another branches of the axillary artery. You can see this artery goes in front of then the shoulder joint to the back. This artery by quadricular opening together with axillary nerve goes to the back, rotates around of the back of the shoulder joint and communicates by its subdivisions with circumflex humeral anterior, and this is circumflex humeral posterior. Circumflex humeral anterior will come to the capsule, will subdivide. Circumflex humeral posterior will come to the capsule, will subdivide. Thoracoacromial biacromial branch will come from upper and will subdivide. And they will do the very biggest arterial plexus. Do you see? Net. If I will do flexion, I will stop the visit of the blood by circumflex humeral anterior. Thoracoacromial and posterior circumflex artery will bring blood. If I will do extension, I will press posterior. The blood will come by circumflex humeral anterior and thoracoacromial. If I will do abduction, do you see? I can press thoracoacromial. The blood will come from here and from here. Did you understand? Yes. You can see these are branches of the axillary artery. Thoracic superior, you can see, thoracoacromial and thoracic lateral. Do you see? Thoracic superior, thoracoacromial, thoracic lateral. Like for the dorsal group of the short branches of the brachial plexus, is very easy to remember anterior arteries of the axillary system. Do you see? They include the word thoracic. Thoracic superior, thoracoacromial, thoracic lateral. Another branches, circumflex humeral anterior, posterior, and subscapular, which subdivides into the thoracodorsal and circumflex scapular. Below then the lower margin of the pectoral major muscle, the, do you see, axillary artery changes its name. It visits into the bicipital medial groove of the arm between brachial and biceps muscle and will have name arteria brachialis, brachial artery. Brachial artery gives, do you see, deep brachial artery, arteria profunda brachia. Do you see? Do you see? Here is radial nerve. By last time, it directed to the back by spiral canal. Do you see? Deep brachial artery, it goes to the back together with radial nerve. Arteria profunda brachia. On the back, very often, it subdivides into two arteries. On our corp, it, do you see, divides very early and, do you see, visit into the spiral canal by two branches. Do you see? The one branch is called collateral radial. Another is called collateral medial. Collateral names, they inform us they don't go through the short distance. They don't accord our anatomical order. They go very distally. Did you understand? And you can see collateral radial behind of the muscles along of the radial side of the arm, excuse me, comes to the capsule of the elbow joint. Collateral medial behind of the center of the behind of the triceps muscle through the center of the humerus will come to the capsule of the elbow joint. Did you understand? You can see collateral medial comes and subdivides, collateral radial comes and subdivides. These are subdivisions of the deep brachial artery. You can see this is deep brachial artery. Do you see here? You can see its beginning. Do you see? And here began another artery. Do you see? So distally then the, do you see, beginning of the deep brachial. And now I will try to find its continuation. You can see this will be its continuation. Do you see?
Yes.
Do you see? Do you see? It goes to the back of the elbow joint by ulnar or medial side. It comes from very upper to the back of the ulnar side of the elbow joint. It's called collateral, not short distance, do you see? Ulnar to the ulnar side, superior, from very upper. Collateral, ulnar, superior. Did you understand? You can see here, do you see, brachial artery gives another branch to the anterior side of the, do you see, ulnar region of the elbow joint. It's called collateral ulnar inferior because it starts lower, do you see, and is called inferior. Collateral ulnar inferior in front of, collateral ulnar superior behind of the ulnar side of the elbow joint. Did you understand? Listen to me. To the elbow joint, we gave collateral radial, collateral medial, collateral ulnar superior, collateral ulnar inferior. But when the brachial artery goes between anterior muscles of the arm, biceps, brachial, and coracobrachial, it gives, by our anatomical order, muscular branches for their blood supply. Did you understand? You can see in the cubital fossa, laterally above will be biceps, medially above will be brachial to the ulnar tuberosity, below medially will be teres pronata, below laterally will be brachioradialis. Do you see? Incorrect rhomboid shape. These are borders of the cubital fossa. Above medially brachialis, above laterally biceps, below laterally brachioradialis, medially teres pronata. In the cubital fossa, the brachial artery subdivides into the radial, you can see, which goes into the radial groove, and into the ulnar. Ulnar goes behind superficial muscles to the ulnar side and comes into the ulnar groove. Did you understand? Radial artery, after its beginning, gives opposite branch, do you see?
Yes.
Opposite branch to the elbow joint. Opposite is translated recurrence. If it starts from radial, it's called recurrence radial. It comes from lower and anastomosis with collateral radial. Collateral radial from deep brachial, recurrence radial from radial. They anastomosis. Do you see? You can see ulnar artery before its visit to the ulnar groove, it gives branch. Look please here. Now I will show it to you. Do you see? Do you see? It's called recurrence, opposite, ulnar, common, doesn't supply. It is only for the subdivision. My dear, look please here. Do you see these subdivisions, one and another? One is called recurrence ulnar anterior with anastomosis with collateral ulnar inferior. Did you understand? Listen to me. Another branch goes to the back. Is called the recurrence ulnar posterior anastomosis with collateral ulnar superior. Do you see? Look please here. Okay, later. You can see common recurrence ulnar subdivides into the recurrence ulnar anterior and recurrence ulnar posterior. After giving of this branch, again before visit into the ulnar groove, from posterior side of the ulnar artery begins branch. It is very short, half centimeter. It's called interossal common. And how it begins? It divides into the interossal anterior, which lies on the anterior side of the interossal membrane and directs below. And another perforates interossal membrane, goes to the back and directs below by posterior side of the interossal membrane. Interossal posterior is placed very deeply on the interossal membrane. Do you understand? Before its visit below, it gives recurrence opposite interossal, which anastomosis with collateral medial. Collateral medial anastomosis with recurrence interossal. Listen to me. Collateral radial anastomosis with recurrence radial from radial. Collateral medial anastomosis with recurrence interossal from interossal posterior. Collateral ulnar superior anastomosis with recurrence ulnar posterior. Collateral ulnar inferior anastomosis with recurrence ulnar anterior. If I will listen you, like here, I will press capsule here and arteries which supply it. The blood into the common net will come by collateral radial recurrence radial, by collateral medial recurrence interossal. Do you remember? By, do you see, collateral ulnar posterior, collateral ulnar superior, recurrence ulnar posterior. Do you see? But if I will sit here, do you see, I will press here and here, the blood will come from sides. Did you understand? Because the elbow joint is, do you see, very mobile at first and not very mobile. This is only one axis for the movement, flexion, exception, but it is very important for us. Do you see? And because by different our positions, we can press some arteries and another arteries will supply it. Do you see? You can see radial artery goes below by radial groove, ulnar artery goes below by ulnar groove, interossal artery anterior by anterior side, interossal artery posterior by posterior side. Did you understand? Radial artery will supply the dorsal groove, superficial muscles. Interossal posterior will supply the deep posterior muscles. Ulnar will supply anterior superficial muscles. Interossal anterior will supply the deep anterior muscles. Did you understand? Sit, please.